Yo. How are we, chat? Is everything working? Kenzo weekly. Zuzu's Lopi. Technically, that meant me 2 weeks late. Oh, why can I hear myself? Why can I hear myself? Oh, why can I? This is the worst. Why am I echoing? Help! This is the worst. Why am I echoing? Help! This is the worst. Why am I? Not the infinite recursion loop. Okay, we're good. I almost got caught in a fucking loop there. That would have been horrible. At least I know my audio's working. So, you know, there's something. Whoops. Yeah, echo, echo, echo. That was a skill issue on my part, just a little bit. Okay, I think everything's ready. That was the worst SCP. Me, infinitely recurring. Just hear myself over and over again. I think I am ready. I had everything set up beforehand. Are we ready, chat? Are we prepared? Have you prepared yourself? I feel like you should prepare yourself. I feel like you should take precautions. Sup? It's me. Definitely penumbral. Hello. How's it feel, chat? Is it everything you imagined? What do you mean again? This is my normal model. Every other model is canonically inaccurate. This is the lore accurate penumbral. Obviously. Can I just say? Okay, there's a few things I need to say. First of all, I can say this because Lopi's not the one piloting the model, so it works. This model is fucking hot. Like, goddamn, I'd fuck me. Like, sheesh. So with that out the way, I mean, I can see why VTubers do this. This shit is empowering. I feel like I could fuck your man, you know? What gives people feelings of power? Oh my god, the ears, bro, the ears bounce so much, they like cross in front. It's probably because I don't have V-Bridger, but like, huh. Also, yeah, the other thing was that apparently, for some godforsaken reason, I don't know if it's because she uses a stream deck, Lopi has toggles bound to actual letters on the keyboard, which is horrible because it means if I ever try to type, do you want to see what happens when I try and type? Shall I show you? Let me. What's that sentence that has every letter in the English language? It's like this. The quick brown fox jumps over the sleepy log or something like that. Yeah. Oh, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Okay, let me type that. Have you seen what has happened to me? Why? I'm dying, Aaron. Thankfully, I found the reset button. Because, okay, you do not understand the jump scare I got. Because I minimized VTube Studio to type out the tweet for the stream going live. So, imagine my fucking face when I minimize VTube Studio, type out the tweet, maximize it again, and that fucking thing was staring at me. Biblically accurate angel, motherfucker. Like... Oh, because some of the toggles are on, numpad, right? But some of the toggles are on keyboard. So some of them go when you type, and some of them don't, and what you end up with is kind of the worst. No, I called her a biblically accurate angel, and only after typing out the entire alphabet. I should have probably gotten her permission to use this. She gave me permission for the last news stream, so you know what? Fuck her. Who cares? I'm going to say so many controversial things with this model that I can't be blamed for.
$2 from Van Twin Blade.
Yo, Van,
and
thank you for the
cosplaying his wife.
tip.
True love.
I wouldn't call it that. Look, I'm a pretty sad guy, but even I wouldn't sink that low. All right, I would not marry the bitch. Thank you very much. Did anything bad happen this week? Depends on your definition of bad, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, apart from the Shondo thing was the only thing that was probably by definition bad. But depending on your definition of bad, the VREV thing might be also bad. Why not turn off the ears? Because I look at the way they it's like doing the breaststroke. It actually kind of looks like a turkey when you think about it. Am I the only one that sees that? Like when I do this, there's like a small. It's like if you threw a turkey in a swimming pool, I imagine that's kind of what it would look like, right? Is that? I see it. What happened to me? I finally gave in to the femboy accusations, obviously. Anyway, we're not going to spend an hour this week gushing over being a woman. I'm used to it.
Fuck you.
100 Danish kroner from
Yo,
Iron
Fury,
Fury
thank you for the
91.
subject.
Fanboy better know as femnumbral and all those other cursed words.
Fenumbral. I don't know how I feel about fenumbral. Probably better. No. Let's not get into it. You need several teams of doctors to diagnose it. Yeah, the first few will probably just give up. You need the backups. You need the ones paid an extortionate amount. Okay. So, what do we start with? It's a pretty chill week, actually, for the most part. So if you're expecting any like big drama, the only big thing was like VREV, as far as like, Maid coming back isn't really drama. Why do I have her character? I stole it. I yoinked it. It's mine now. I can use it forever. From now on, I'm just gonna hit like an RNG on what model to use. It's kind of cool. I have so many options. I just stole it. You know, people are asking you like, how do you commission a VTuber model? How do you get a good VTuber model? Who do you go to? Where do you start? Just steal one. Just take it. Yoink, mine now. And then it's yours. And then you don't have to do anything. You just take it. It's theft. Theft is the answer. And I was just Lopi with a voice changer. That's one hell of a fucking voice changer. We are on like opposite ends of this, like, not the spectrum. We're on the same end of the spectrum. She's a bit further down than I am. But we're on opposite ends of like the vocal range. That'd be one hell of a fucking voice changer, man. AI voice has gone too far. Anyway, news. Sorry, I'm distracted by how flowy the model is. It's so sad that Lopi used this model like twice and then shot it. Do you think you got the wrong stream? Yeah, sorry. This is Femboy Gives You the News stream. False did this. Bro. I feel like I'm the beginning of a revolution. This is the new NewsTuber strategy. Nobody can disagree with you when you're a pretty woman. That's what I've discovered on the internet, right? So now all opinions I have are factually accurate.
Devil Cherno. For legal reasons, this is a joke.
This is definitely a joke, guys. So as a joke, Lopi doesn't use any model. Lopi died. Lopi hasn't done anything in like a month, which is like, it's like, you know, when the teacher doesn't turn up to class for like 15 minutes, everyone was like, you know, we can leave, right? It's like that. If a VTuber doesn't use their model for a month, you can legally steal it with no ramifications. Don't cite me on that. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a thief. So as a joke, my friend. Okay. News. Nobody tell I think Lopi's... I think she's like hacking for... Lopi's got a lot of shit going on. So I think she's busy. yeah, hopefully I don't catch all of Lopi's fucking illnesses. I'd rather not go to the hospital. Anyway, shall we begin? The thing is, to begin, I have to minimize the VTube Studio window so I can see the tab that I used to view the news, and then I don't...
Penumbra, fuck you.
$5 from Salty Falter. Again, your new stupefaction perk is the power of somehow not pissing people off. Your experience will be vastly different, lol.
You're so right. Nobody's dragged me into beef. Even when I've made a very passive-aggressive tweet about vague posting, everybody was just like, you're so right, King. Nobody... What does it take in this community for me to get dragged into... I've stolen someone's model, right? I've called out people on Twitter. I've vague posted about it. I've replied with, you know, insults, and nobody wants... Everybody just backs me up. They're like, yeah, true, King. Speak your truth, King. No. I want to be in drama. Why does nobody drag me into drama? Do I have cooties? Probably. Look at this fucking model. Oh, so yeah, I'm stalling because I don't want to minimize the model, because then I don't get to look at myself anymore, and that's such a tragedy. Anyway, we're gonna get the stream over with quick so that Lopi doesn't see that I'm using it, and then she can't legally take any action against me. I think is how it works. Pretty sure, like 90%. Anyway. Oh my god, my ears are cut off. Oh no. Guys, I've lost my ears. They took my ears. Mods, crush your ears. God, I didn't realize how annoying it, like, she must need so much extra space in day-to-day. Actually, no, because she's tiny, isn't she? So, like, the ears just make her, like, an average person's height. Okay. Yeah, like, I mean, for normal people, having ears this big would be a pain in the ass, but for, like, a tiny person, you know, I feel like it just... Actually, no, because you don't get any of the benefit. You don't get, like, the higher viewpoint. You can't reach any higher because your arms are still down low. You get all the detriments of being tall, which is shit not fitting you and hitting your head or ears off stuff. But you get none of the benefits of, like, being able to reach or, you know, being able to see over people's head or the feeling of superiority. Oh, hey, Luffy. Ignore everything that happened in the first... I don't know, 20, 30 minutes of this stream. Actually, it's only been 12 minutes. God. Took you long enough to use this model. It's hot, right? I love it. I definitely didn't admit to wanting to fuck the model like 10 minutes ago. That would never happen. On my stream, in my Christian Minecraft server, never. It's so yeah. Would. I said it's fine though, because when I'm piloting it, it's fine, because I'd fuck me. And you never pilot it, so it's fine. Hey, Aura. Yeah, sorry, Lovey's had a little bit of a makeover. Actually, no, she's not had a makeover. I guess I've had the makeover, or she's had a voice change. Lopi's balls finally dropped. Also, Lopi, you missed... let me show Lopi. Why... Okay, Lopi, explain this to me. Is it because you use a Stream Deck? Why is it that some of your hotkeys...
I'll clip it from both stream pen. The world will know you want to bang Lopus model.
No, I want to bang myself piloting Lopi's model. It's a very specific kink. Okay, Lopi, why did some of your toggles use letters? Because somebody put in chat this sentence again. I want to show you what fucking monstrosity you jump scared me with earlier. Can somebody copy... Thank you. Look at this. Why? Why do you have some toggles on on the keyboard so that when I type bro, I sent to chat, I tabbed out of VTube Studio to type the tweet for going live, and I tabbed back into this fucking thing, biblically accurate Lopi, and I just about had a heart attack, and now it's crying and broken. Which is honestly fair. I would cry too if I looked like this. What? Like... This is actually what Lopi looks like. This is canonically accurate Lopi. Everything else is just a facade. Anyway. We're back. bros. It's no longer over. So yeah, I guess if I type something, we're just going to get a random assortment of toggles, which is kind of funny, actually. It's actually kind of a hilarious content idea.
Penumbra, fuck you.
$2 from Van Twin Blade. Lopey Pen is in love with you and wants to smooch.
No, it's specifically with the model when I'm piloting it. Again, it's a very specific fetish. Please. Please don't kink shame me. It proposes last week. Was it? How would you know? You've been dead for like the last week because your body hates you. So remember, Lopi can't talk to men. It's like against the VTuber code. Wait, can I not do that now that I have a female model? Is that how it works? Is that like now that I have a girl model, am I not allowed to talk to men? Oh, fuck. Okay, well, men are kind of cringe anyway. Wait! Okay, anytime I'm now in like a collab with like agency VTubers or whatever, I'm just gonna use this model and then I can beat the allegation. I will no longer be a male on stream. It'll be like getting invited to the girls' sleepover. This is my like sleepover pajama party costume. This is my disguise. This is my skinwalker shit. I will sneak snuck. I'll be a fake lesbian. I'd still be a better lesbian than Lopi is. I'd be more successful, I imagine. Anyway, where were we? What were we doing? I'm no longer allowed to talk to myself. Fuck, we're in a recursion loop chat. Oh no. Maybe that's what was happening at the beginning of stream when everything was looping. It was God himself trying to stop me. Do we want to start with VRev?
$2 from Southside Slider. Can't wait for Lopi in Pen's model.
I'm never giving her my model. Are you kidding me? Well, actually, she never streams, but you're so right. But like, the amount of things she would say to get... Actually, she couldn't really get me. I wonder if she would inherit the uncancelable ability. Do you reckon it's the model, or do you reckon it's the me? Like, if she took my model and said, like, I don't know, like, Nijisanji is mid, do you think she would still get hate, or would the immunity transfer over? Also, Lopi, you already used that response. What is going on with my arms? I feel like this is the beginning of like a horror story. I'm gonna actually transform into this fuck. Actually, no, if I transformed into this model in real life, I'd be very happy. Can you imagine? Holy shit. You just win. Life is won. GG, go home. She's only got the one joke. Sorry, yeah. To be fair, she pointed out last week when like Talado deleted and reposted a tweet, which is like how are you sick again? You didn't even leave the house. What did you get sick from? Just yourself? Or do you just generate bacteria that makes you sick? That would be your superpower. Hospitalized, man. How? I don't understand. I don't understand how you do this. Oh, do you grow mold? She is a VTuber. She probably lives like... She probably never showers. So yeah, you're probably right. It's probably just mold. And like leftover dishes. Or maybe she ate like one of the 15,000 things she's allergic to without realizing it. That happens as well. Chronic illness? No, because I have chronic illness, and even I'm not in bed as much as this bitch. This isn't chronic illness. This is just a skill issue. She's just built incorrect. You had... You see what I mean? It's not a chronic illness. It's chronic stupidity. It's a chronic lack of brain cells. You dumb bitch. You can... See, this is why, right? Like, if you ever look at like a Lopi tweet when she's sick, hang on, I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up when she went to like the con and got fucking ill, right? But whenever there's a Lopi tweet where she's in hospital, right? You can tell the people that interact with her a lot compared to the ones that don't, right? Because the people that interact with her a lot, or sorry, normal people are like, oh my god, hope you're okay, get better soon, oh my god, have a speedy recovery. And then her friends are like, you dumb bitch.
Lopi means penumbral and Lopi are getting need at least 5 kids, lil man.
What? I did not... We're not getting married. I would never. You see how much this bitch gets sick? You're like marrying a fucking blow-up doll. Except blow-up dolls have tits, so it'd be even worse off, honestly. Like a discount blow-up doll. A deflated blow-up doll. Wouldn't even be a blow-up doll. It's just a piece of plastic. Why would I do that to myself? Anyway, yeah, like her... People that know her are like, you dumb bitch. You stupid fucking idiot. Because everyone knows in here that it's her fault. She's already dead. That's true. That is true. You're already dead. I can't really kill you much more. This is why I don't really feel bad when I insult you. It's like, you know... They say don't speak ill of the dead, but I think the opposite. I think they're the people you should speak ill of. They can't do shit. What are they going to do about it? Complain to your manager? Anyway. I said we weren't going to talk about Lopi for the first 20 minutes, and then she showed up because she's an idiot. And she ate almond. How do you do this to yourself? You think someone who's allergic to as much shit as she is would like keep track of it and not eat it on the regular, but no, she actually, it's almost like she goes out of her way to deliberately eat as much of the shit she's allergic to as possible. Anyway, Vrev, Lopi, I'm going to talk shit about Vrev with your model and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm not sorry. Okay, hang on, wait. I feel like I've hit a toggle and something has changed. Chat, can you spot the difference? I don't know what toggle I hit. I think it must have happened while I was typing, but I don't know what... Chat. Chat, can you see the issue? There's something not quite right with this image. I don't know what toggles I hit. I was typing into Twitter to find into the description to find the timestamps, and this is now just where we are at, I guess. So, well, this is just a thing that's happening now. Thank you for the video announcement. It's 5 new POs I can support next year. I did see that in reply to the tweet. Somebody was like, damn, somebody link me their past lives. I'm going to need it. So yeah, Vrev got a new gen, which is wild considering all the shit that had came out. Where is... Okay, I'm so glad. I thought I bookmarked the Emma Doujin that came out this week, which, hey, you should do that, but I'm glad I didn't because it would have definitely got me in trouble. Can we get their POs before they come? Yeah, let's preemptively PO subscribe. Yeah, so Vrev, in case you weren't aware, used to have, what was it, 10 VTubers? So they had the first gen, which was 3, and then I think their second gen was 4? And then, yeah, because they had Salmon, so they had 8. 3 plus 4 plus 1. So I think they had about 8. Show feet. Is this what VTubers have to deal with, Lopi? Is this what you have to deal with? Just people shouting show feet in chat constantly? If so, that's kind of hilarious. I dig it. So Cherry, Lupina, Ophelia Midnight, there's Akiko, there was Salmon's on a hiatus. So they have 2 now. They have Nova and they have Salmon. Salmon's on a hiatus, so Nova's still going strong. Yeah, let me just pull up the wiki. Show good VTuber. I'm sorry, I don't have that power. I can't quite reach into the ethereal realm and pull the impossible out. But yeah, anyway. So they lost their entire Gen 2, which was like Cherry, Rana, Eriko, and Akiko. They've still got Nova from Gen 1. Gen 0's gone. and Salmon is on like an eternal, not an eternal, ongoing hiatus. And then you've got the new gen, Gen 3, which they announced and debuted last week. And the reaction was, I mean, the top one is good. Don't attack the girls just because they're part of VREV, which always goes when we're talking about agencies. I feel like I shouldn't be blushing, but I don't know what toggle blush is. Wait, I can just hit 0. Yeah. Regroup. Yeah, look, okay. It's not my fault. Why do you have toggles on? You know? It's so sad. Like this if you cry every time. But yeah, don't attack the talents, however. So, they lost all of their talents, or most of them except 2. One of them is on hiatus. For a litany of things that were accused of them, we've talked about VREV before, we've been over all this stuff they've been accused of and done, basically. The entire kind of feature agency checklist, not supporting the talents, not paying them on time, not kind of management being overly controlling, and just overall a bag of dicks, basically. So, one thing I would like to point out that you've maybe heard of, and I've personally heard, is one of VREV's biggest problems was pigeonholing their VTubers into, you will do this, you will stream this, and you will do nothing else. This content works. This content works, you can only do that. And so, everyone thinking bag of dicks should not be in positions of managerial power. Honestly, stop talking about pigeons. Just because I'm using the Lopi model doesn't mean we have to talk about pigeons. So, I mean, okay, let's see if you notice anything in this trailer that might indicate they haven't learned much from their previous actions. Yep, I mean, okay, first of all, from what I've seen, I've watched the debuts. The girls are great. The girls are great, their models are great, no complaints on that end. However, this one's the Skyrim VTuber, so she'll be streaming Skyrim. And this one's the Minecraft VTuber, so she'll be streaming Minecraft. And this one's the Elden Ring VTuber. Guys, have you seen Elden Ring? Man, it sure would be weird if a previous talent was kind of pigeonholed into playing Elden Ring all the time. That would be... and music. At least music is relatively broad. Now, from what I've seen, they actually are doing different... the talents are doing different streams. From what I can see, the talents are actually legitimately talented and doing a bunch of different streams. Let me see if I can find... I did check out the Skyrim. I just love Skyrim. I've been playing Skyrim myself recently, so I checked out the Skyrim one and specifically looked at some of the upcoming streams. So, Skyrim is Shrek, which is a wild stream idea. Smash or pass Stage of Princes, which honestly, I want to do that. So, and she's playing Fallout as well. So I don't know how much they're being kind of forced. Maybe they chose it. Maybe they were asked and they chose like specifically like, no, we want to focus on this. But I don't know, man. When one of the big criticisms I think that came out of VREV was like their control of talents and their lack of letting them, you know, diversify and do as they want. Having the trailer come out when you specifically like, this one's the Valorant VTuber, you're not getting off to a good start, just in public opinion. It may come to like the talents themselves were like completely on board with this and chose it. I mean, with all this shit that's happened to VREV recently, and if you're signing up for VREV, you have to at least be willing, like, you have to know their management's kind of rough at the moment, right? Like you're not joining VREV and being completely ignorant of everything, I'd hope. So maybe they were in agreement, maybe they are completely chill with it. Like, thinking that brings me comfort. At least I don't like the idea of, you know, another fucking 5 girls getting dumped into a city agency and kind of taken advantage of. You would have seen, would they have signed before the graduations? I feel like, I was going to say, I feel like if you signed before the graduations, you'd probably be able to back out, but it is VREV, so who the fuck knows? Oh my god, it's because it said pigeonholing. Right, that's why. Okay, sorry. I forgot. There's actually a phrase, but I forgot Lopi fans in chat, so You say pigeonholing and... I've been playing a lot of Skyrim recently, and I for one welcome our new Skyrim Overlord. I've been playing modded Skyrim a lot recently. It's been fun. It's been my like comfort thing. My recent binges have been like SCPs and true crime and just spooky, creepy stories and Skyrim. So I'll have like an SCP video or like a true crime video on one monitor, and I'll be playing modded Skyrim on the other monitor, and I'll just be vibing for like 6 hours straight. That's like my new comfort thing. Pretty fun. My favorite SCP. Somebody asked me this question because I tweeted about SCPs. I think 3001 might be my favorite. There's a lot though. I like 5000 as well. 5000 is cool. There's a bunch of different SCP-1 proposals that I really enjoy. 999 is just the best boy. He's a good guy. We stand 999 in this chat. What's the anti-memetic one from the memetics division? 3001 is the red reality. It's kind of fucked. There's a theory that the guy from 3001 turns it into the old man, which is SCP-106, I think, if off the top of my head. 55. No, 55. So 55 is considered like the weakest anti-memetics, right? Because you know about it and you can actually figure out about it and you can at least determine. Oh my god, Lopi, how do you spell anti-memetics, right? But you typo every other word whenever we DM. What? I don't get you. Wait, so there's the anti-memetic in the overarching anti-memetic story with like Wheeler and all that thing. I can't remember what it is. It's like it ends in a 5, which is is very on brand that I can't remember. 3125. 3125 is the like overarching is the anti-memetic that is not contained. It is they made a room that is the only room in the world that doesn't contain it. Because if you step out of the room and you contain it, it just fucking murders you. Like, the moment you figure out it exists, it just kills you. So, it's actually a really cool story. It kind of... Sorry, I don't mean to get off topic about VTuber news and go into SCPs, but it's kind of a cool story about, like, how do you fight something when you physically, like, you can't know about it, because if you know about it, you lose. So you have to fight something without knowing that you're fighting it. And so yeah, Quantum Bright's such good stuff. It's a really cool story. The one that happens after death, which one? Eternity or the Eternal Damnation Hell Damarung thing? Both of them are cool. Eternity is horrific. Actually, both of them are horrific. I can't remember what the one after death is called. The one that's like Damarung, that's like the top level cognito hazard and is fucked up. You feel your body decompose. Yeah, it's the one where the Damarung cognito hazard one, where they bring the guy back and he like tries to... The guy jumps into the old man's room because he's like, I'd rather get tortured for eternity than go back to the afterlife. I really like... Lopi, have you read SCP-5000? Because I personally really like the theory SCP-5000, the it in SCP-5000 is causing the eternal hell afterlife, because it makes the SCP-5000 is it's the one where the organization decides to just wipe out humanity and releases all of the SCPs and they just kind of run amok. And so I maybe I should have an SCP stream. I don't know. We have time for one tangent. It's really cool. So it basically follows this guy named Pietro, and he has a suit. Well, so Pietro is in this like one of the what are they called? The extra reality or whatever. There are these sites in the SCP world that are deliberately locked away from reality, right? With the idea that basically if there's any worldwide cognito hazard or effect, they will be exempt, right? And one of the people in there studying like space-time anomalies is our protagonist, and the SCP breaks in with a fucking MTB, or not an MTB, why can I not remember the Mobile Task Force, MTF, what acronyms, busts in with an MTF, guns down the entire thing, and he slips into this suit. This suit is SCP-5000, and is basically a suit that is like high tech and can do a bunch of things, but most importantly, removes the user from perception, right? Kind of, I don't know what, it's similar to a few SCPs, but this attachment is officially being redacted. Basically, you can't see it. It's not invisible, but it's like a cognito-mimetic thing where you can't register that you're looking at it. The moment you see it, it immediately gets wiped from your memory. And basically, after this, the guy, Pietro, basically watches as the organization guns down the entire world, right? They release SCP-96, they release SCP, what's his name, 138, the big lizard boy that's just immortal. All, just everything. Just everything just fucking murders everything, right? Kind of like the Silence, but the opposite, actually. Like the Silence, you forget they exist the moment you look away, but this suit you cannot register that you look at. And so he then goes to Site 19, which is where a bunch of the worst anomalies are maintained, and kind of gains a bunch of logs. Basically, it turns out that in studying the overarching human consciousness,
Penumbra, fuck.
yo, okay,
£1.99 from Chaos Bringer. SCP nerd. Olive skin.
And so they had like a division that was studying human consciousness. Basically the idea of like this overall human subconscious, this collective consciousness that we have, right? And in studying it, they found something that they were like, we need to just murder everybody. And they sent it to the O5 Council, which is like the big boys at the top of the SCP Foundation. And the O5 Council was like, oh shit, we need to murder everybody. And then they sent it to the Ethics Committee, which the Ethics Committee is meant to be like the, hey, let's not murder people. And the Ethics Committee was like, oh shit, we need to murder everyone. So the Foundation starts just, oh yeah, 682, sorry. It just starts murdering the entire population, right? And the other, the other like organizations that are in like the Global Occult Group, GOG, I think it is. GOC? Global Occult Coalition? I can't remember the fucking acronyms. They fight back. GOC, that's the one, yeah. A bunch of the other like anomalous groups fight back. And it ends up being this just huge fucking worldwide. Like, if you've read SCP, you know there's some fucked up things in there. All of that happens at once. Just everything at once. Just the world is fucked. Message retracted. I just realized message retracted is very fitting for an SCP stream. So it follows this guy, Pietro, who is essentially ends up being tasked. He doesn't know why, but he ends up being tasked through some anomalous voice to get SCP-55, which is the thing in the briefcase that you don't know what it is. It's an anti-mimetic. All you know is that it isn't round, which is how we know what he's carrying. And he needs to take it to SCP... Is it 175? I think it's 175, which is basically... Do you know the trope that is a noodle incident? Have you guys heard of that trope? Which is basically a thing that is constantly referred to in a piece of media, but that just... It's never explained. It's just referred to as the thing, or that thing, or the event. It's basically, I think it's SCP-175. That's basically what it is. Nobody knows what it is. Other than that, it's killed a fuck ton of people and nobody knows anything about it. And it's contained, I think, Site 45 or something. And basically the idea is you take SCP-55 to SCP-175 and it acts like a universal reset. It's the only way to save 579. Sorry, yeah, you're right, 579. Round pegs can't fit in square holes, basically. That's actually from an SCP-001 proposal, which is about like heater duty. Anyway, basically you take 55 to 579, it just hits the reset switch on the world, right? Takes it back to before shit is fucked. So Pietro's on, it's probably the most like stereotypically heroic quest you'll find in an SCP, where there's just a guy in a suit carrying an object. He's basically a fetch quest, right? And he meets a bunch of people. He meets like Dr. Bright, who's in a necklace. He meets like a bunch of the different task forces, and you see the scene where like a guy goes down a line stabbing a bunch of people in his task force, and he hits one, and that one feels pain, and he's like, oh, we got a live one, and they gun him down. It's basically revealed that whatever they found in the human subconscious is what gives us empathy and emotion and pain, right? It's the thing that causes pain. Humans don't naturally feel pain or empathy. This, whatever it is causing it. And so the way they distinguish who's been cured, quote unquote, or not, is they stab them, and then if they feel pain, they're not cured. A bunch of the higher ups of the Foundation fucking killed themselves when they found out about it. A bunch of the others like left and then were probably subsequently hunted down. But whatever it is, it's compelling enough that a significant portion of the Foundation were like, yeah, we do kind of need to kill everyone. During this, Pietro encounters an anomalous voice that kind of tells him what to do. Then you see the Foundation fighting an anomaly, which is weird because currently they're not fighting anomalies, right? Like, normally the Foundation isn't fighting anomalies in this situation because they want the world to die. Why would they fight the things killing the world? So the fact that they're fighting this big towering pillar of light motherfucker with like an unhinged jaw at 90-degree angles is weird and stands out. There's also another scene where one of the operatives that is kind of cured, quote unquote, says, one of the ongoing SCP quotes is, we die in the dark so you can live in the light, basically saying they sacrifice themselves unknown to anyone so that 99.9% of the human population can live in relative safety. And this time they twist it and they say, I think they say, we die in the light so we live in the light so you can die in the dark, which is a weird sentence. Anyway, Pietro gets to the end, gets to the final area. He has to kill himself to throw it in because it's at the end of a massive drop, so he has to jump down a hole and throw SCP-55 onto SCP-579. But he works, it resets the universe, but the suit gets reset with everything, right? The suit gets kind of launched back in time. So Pietro, dead in his suit, lands in the containment unit of SCP-55, or SCP-579. The Foundation discovers it, obviously, which is weird because Pietro's still alive in his normal job because it's went back in time, and all the files he made are on there. And so they read through the files and, like, the Foundation reads through the files and is like, hey, yo, what the fuck? And a lot of the files are redacted. Pietro himself deleted a shit ton of the files, which is weird because, like, why would you delete files if you're the only person left alive, basically? But he did. It should also stand to reason that anytime Pietro got sad or depressed and was like, I don't want to keep walking to this site on the other side of the country, he opens up the briefcase with SCP-55 and he obviously forgets whatever he does because you can't know about SCP-55, but he comes back like a mile or two later and is further along. So he does that as like his time skip button, which is kind of funny. Anyway, so there's a bunch of stories, right? A bunch of theories about it. The canon theory, or the canonically accepted thing by the author, is that whatever is in the subconscious is what the SCP Foundation is fighting, and it's what causes human empathy and emotion and pain because it lives in the human collective subconscious. And because it lives in the human collective subconscious, it needs humans alive in order to live and keep going, so it has an invested interest in keeping people alive. And so, without it, we lose all that, like, empathy and whatnot. And so the thing that the Foundation is fighting, that big tall guy with the unhinged jaw, that was apparently the SCP manifesting, trying to kill the Foundation to keep humans alive. Now, there's a few theories as to why exactly humanity would want, because, like, in theory, that doesn't seem too bad, right? Like, sure, it's living in our collective subconscious and causes pain, which, ooh, owie, but, like, it's better than the entire population being dead, right? So there's a few theories as to, like, why the hell did everybody pretty much, like, unanimously decide the moment they found out about it, like, yeah, everybody has to die. So there's a few theories. Some are saying that it's harvesting energy from us and it's, like, becoming an egg to, like, the next a huge monster catastrophe. There's obviously the Scarlet King is thrown in there because the Scarlet King is thrown into every fucking SCP. There's an SCP out there. Some author somewhere has been like, yo, what if we added the Scarlet King to it? It's kind of weird. My personal favorite is there's this other SCP. I can't remember the fucking number. It's like, what happens after we die? It is like the 2718. What happens after? It basically tells the story of this O5 member who dies. Oh my god, the face. It basically tells the story of, like, this O5 member who dies out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Nobody knows where he is, and he's dead for like 18 years, right? But he has a special key on him that acts as an anchor for his soul, and the Foundation goes and takes his body and reconstructs it and brings him back because it's kind of hypothesized. Some people say they were researching afterlife. Some people say he had a password that like you need to elect a new O5 member because O5 members are meant to be like basically immortal. So there's a bit of division as to like why they had to bring him back, but regardless, they did, and they brought him back, and he initially broke down. He went batshit insane, and then like 30 minutes after, he composed himself and was like, yeah, and he did a complete personality shift. Before, he was very callous and like, don't give a fuck about human life, sacrifice the D-class. Afterwards, he was the most like anti-death person ever. He took every form of like life preservative. He was upset when D-class die, which is a lot because D-class are basically the red shirts of SCP. You send those fuckers into everything. You just put them in the meat grinder, basically. They're like death row inmates, right? He was very interested in staving off death. That was like his #1 priority. And he basically, the entire tale is told through this audio log of an O5 member who's telling this account of what this other O5 member told her. And basically what ends up happening is this guy recounts that in the afterlife, you are basically just in eternal torment. There's no devil or anything. There's no like tormentor. It's not like a karma system. It's just you slowly, parts of your body just peel away, but you feel the consciousness of every single particle of your body. So rather than the pain numbing over time, the more you dissolve and like spread apart, the more like sensory information you have. And so the more pain you feel. And so it's just this sort of like never-ending eternity of pure agony. For context, the old man is an SCP that tortures people eternally in like a pocket dimension, right? He can control space and time in there, and he just takes people in and like tears out their rib cages, plays the violin on their tendons and shit, right? The O5 member that gets resurrected jumps into SCP-106's containment just instead of dying. Because he's like, I would rather get physically tortured in a pocket dimension for eternity than risk dying and going back to what the afterlife is. So there's a few theories as to what it actually is, right? Some people say it's a cognito hazard because the page is kind of tagged as a cognito hazard. Basically, a cognito hazard is anything, if you know it, it's harmful, right? If you're aware of it, if you perceive it, if you see it, it becomes harmful. If you're in ignorance, it doesn't do anything, right? So that was one of the theories, is that it's basically it's a cognito hazard. The moment you find out that that's what happens after you die, that becomes what happens after you die. Some people said it was literally just a result of him anchoring his soul, that basically his body was trying to go to the afterlife, but it was anchored to our reality, so it kept getting spread out. Some said it was that is actually just what happens when you die, that knowing or not knowing doesn't do anything. That's just what happens. That's the fact of reality. It does seem to have some sort of cognito hazardous effect, because the moment the O5 council is introduced to it, they immediately lose their shit. And for context, O5s are never meant to lose their shit. They're meant to be like the heads of the organization. They've seen everything, literally. Like, they've seen the SCPs that like teleport and rip you from the inside out. They've seen the self-replicating. They've seen alternate dimensions. They've seen everything. So for them to freak out is weird. So there does seem to be like a mild cognito hazardous. Anyway, this female O5 member who gets told this has the misfortune of leaving the O5 council chamber before they can administer the amnesia drugs, right? So amnesia drugs basically wipe their memory. That's where the cognito hazard idea comes from, is that the O5 council wiped their memory so they didn't like suffer the afterlife. This woman unfortunately left the chamber. So she says like, one little mistake and my life is ruined. And so the entire like SCP entry is from the perspective of this woman in an interview just after this has happened. Like, there are people barging down the door ready to shoot her, and she's doing her final audio log. The audio log is embedded in the website in a way that it cannot be removed. People have tried to remove it. The Foundation does not want it even in their logs because it's such a bad cognito hazard, and so they want to remove it, but she embedded it in there using like a weird backdoor, right? And then what they do is kind of really cool, actually. They have it running as a subroutine where randomly the computer will pick the entry for what comes after and another random SCP entry and swap their position. But they've deliberately made the code as shit as humanly possible, so it takes the maximum amount of time, so that the entries are kind of stuck in calculation limbo the entire time it's happening. What this means is, one, random SCP articles are just disappearing and reappearing at random in the database, which isn't ideal, but it is better than getting condemned to an eternity in hell. And also, there's a very, very brief window after the calculation is completed, but before it completes the next calculation, where you could feasibly click into what comes after, and that's how we access it. Anyway, long story short, that's what comes after. How does this link to SCP-5000? My personal headcanon, my personal theory, is that the thing that they found in the human subconscious that gives us pain and empathy, that being that they thought, is also the thing that causes what comes after. So not only does it give us pain, it's also the thing eternally tormenting every human to ever live, which is why every person that learns about it is immediately like, oh shit, we have to kill every human because we need to kill this thing. Because they become aware that every human that has ever lived, ever, is eternally suffering in just unfathomable amounts of agony forever, and it cannot be stopped until this thing dies, and the only way to kill this thing is to not have a human subconscious, so basically to kill everybody. That's basically that's my preferred theory of it. I like that theory a lot. Yeah, really happy music for that section. Thank you YouTube playlist. Because nothing else really makes sense to me as far as like the organization goes, because like the organization has some wild SCPs on their hand that could pretty much kill anything. So it doesn't really make sense to me that people are like, oh, it's amassing power. Like, I feel like they would have tried other SCPs to kill it rather than just kill the entire humanity. But if the thing is literally in the subconscious of humanity, the only way to kill it would be to kill every human. And so that, to me, is the only reason. It's the only thing that would make sense as to like why they would immediately be like, yeah, shit, we have to kill everybody. I am a nerd, but you're also a nerd. You started this fucking SCP tangent. Well, I think the idea is that like the moment they found out about it, pretty much everybody was like, oh shit, if we die now, we're eternally suffering. We need to stop that. So they just were like, yeah, release all the SCPs, kill it. Which is really cool because it puts a twist on SCP-5000, which is that normally you're in the hero's shoes and you're like, yeah, go Pietro, fix it, reset humanity, reset the universe. You did it. You're the hero. In retrospect, him winning was the bad ending because now humans are eternally suffering again and the Foundation isn't stopping it. The Foundation losing was the bad ending. Like, Pietro succeeding and getting the thing speaking to him that caused him to go on the journey in the first place was it, the human subconscious thing, right? It had a vested interest in resetting. So, like, oh, shit. It's kind of a cool twist of like, yeah, you know that one story where a guy actually got to be a hero and it seemed to have a good ending where he fixed the problems? Yeah, no, he doomed humanity to an eternal suffering that is incomprehensible to the human brain. Yippee. Haha. Yay. So, I thought it was cool. It was probably my favorite, like, dual SCP tie-ins, where, like, it makes a very cohesive story together. If I remember correctly, the shape was basically like a very tall humanoid, but its, like, neck was at, like, a 90-degree angle, and its jaw was open, or something like that, or its jaw was at a 90-degree angle, off the top of my head. Flock of Cows. I had people telling me in the comments that Flock of Cows is becoming a VTuber. I'm vaguely familiar with him. I've seen him on Twitter. Ooh, sorry about the SCP rant, but like, once you can't just stop talking about an SCP midway through. There's like a crime against humanity itself. You have to keep going. You have to finish it. And I could talk about SCPs for literally like 5 hours straight. So I'm gonna keep going on the news stream before I end up never finishing it. I do feel sorry for the people that tune into these for actual news streams and are just bombarded with like, hey, you want to hear a tangent? Hey, you want to hear me tism about something for like half an hour and get no useful info? Here you go. Crab rave. Yeah, that was a while of SCP. Sorry. Shout out to VOD Gang, y'all. For VOD Gang. VOD Gang, if you hear this, tell me what your favorite SCP is, and if you don't have an SCP, just call me a nerd. Let me timestamp. Yeah, thank you. Ugh. Well, Lope, I forgot. to set it up, and I'm gonna have to wait because Lopi's PC's fucking disassembled right now. But we're gonna do a VTism where we just go on tangents about random shit. And then I'd be able to tangent all I wanted with a captive audience because you guys wouldn't be able to leave physically. I would prevent you. Well, you guys could leave, but Lopi couldn't. And that, to me, is more funny. Lopi just being stuck listening to me rant about random bullshit for a while. To be fair, I'd also listen to her rant about Overwatch though, so you know, we'd both be winning, or I don't know what you'd call that. We'd both be autistic, that's for sure. 9 hour Fate. Lopi's already heard me rant about Fate for like 2 hours straight, so you know, she's kind of used to it. Lopi knows more about Fate now. Probably knows more about Fate than the average person for somebody that has never watched Fate. What do we want to talk about? Let's just do random cool news. I'm just gonna shoot through some random cool shit. Yo, Underhill! you came just in time to see my head inflate randomly. Sorry, it's me. Evan likes to be spit on? Yeah, we know. He also likes the feet of petite women. I did know, I assumed he liked to be spit on. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Evan's a you just missed the like 30-minute SCP rant. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I ranted about SCPs for like a good half hour. We were literally just getting back into the news. Depending on who you are, that could be a good or a bad thing. I don't know. It wasn't 40 minutes. Okay, we were talking about news at least 20. Why? This music is going way too hard for like what I'm talking about. Let's listen to Skyrim, but it's lo-fi beats. Okay, yeah, a normal Penombo stream, but this time I have cute bunny girl model, so it's acceptable. How was stream Underhill? Was it good? Were you have fun? I saw you did like was it a tea house? I know you normally do that on a Monday, and since you're saying Evan likes getting spit on, I assume it was a tea house. Dad returned with the milk. Let's go. Evan isn't even here to defend himself because he probably wasn't ready because he wasn't the one hosting the stream, which is kind of funny. I think it'd be quicker to list the fetishes Evan doesn't have than the ones he does. I think Evan's just down for anything. Yeah, Lopi, can you drink milk? Are you allergic to milk as well? Well, I was going to say, wait, you can't even drink like almond milk because you're allergic to almonds. What can you drink? Why? This is why you have mommy issues. What are you supposed to drink, Lopi? Gamersup's titty milk is not actual milk. I feel like you should know that. Soy's probably an issue. Lopi is a soy boy, so she's probably allergic to herself. Anyway, do you guys see the Spice and Wolf? Okay, I feel like I'll need to clarify. For the Zoomers in chat, how many of you know what Spice and Wolf is? How many of you are aware? Because it's a very old anime, and I feel like most of you probably aren't aware of it. It was old even when I was getting into anime, so it is by Zoomer standards, it's basically like the ancient times. Yeah, it's basically economics of the anime. I watched a bit of it when I was younger. Of course Evan told you about it. Evan was probably alive when it was being made, because he's 50 years old. Evan's just catching strays here. He's not even here to defend himself. I feel bad. When did Spice and Wolf come out? Look it up. 2008? I think. Yeah, there's a... It initially came out in 2008. He's crying again. Aww, poor baby. Do you need me to spit on you? There's another sentence I ever imagined myself saying. Every time I type, man, just random Lopi emotes. It's kind of a spectacular. But yeah, so they're doing a rerun, or not a rerun, a remake of Spice and Wolf. So I think this is like a part of a branding thing. So they have a Spice and Wolf VTuber. And I can't understand a fucking word she's saying, but I couldn't in the original Spice and Wolf because it was all about economics, and I don't get economics. I don't like economics. Economics can suck a dick. I hate it. Give me physics, give me math, do not give me economics. I will shove an abacus down your urethra, and I will laugh the whole entire time. Nope. Ow. Oh my god. I was watching you guys say, oh my god, it's hololive, and my brain, I feel like using this model, I inherit Lopi's domum. Just her lack of brain cells, because initially I was like, not hololive, it's tofu animation. Oh, the character's name is Hollow. I may be stupid, just a little bit, but I blame the Lopi model. I'm never this stupid I think it's the ears. I think the ears tighten on your scalp, Lopi. I think... Oh my god, I can feel the brain fluid flowing. I don't like it, actually. Put them back on. Restrict that brain flow. I need to keep that for when I'm back in my normal self. It's fine. People accept Lopi being wrong. If they didn't, she wouldn't have gotten anywhere in life. So there was that. Oh yeah, Maidment. Well, we knew Maidment was coming back, but she did admit that she's going to be streaming pretty regularly. With, I think she said like 3 to 4 streams a week. I hate YouTube search. I hate YouTube search. ProZD did a video on this, but YouTube search algorithm is so bad. Okay, look at this shit. I type in Maidment, I get a clip, I get a clip, I get a clip, I get my short, I get a clip, I get the return karaoke, and then I get the fucking channel named Maidment. Oh, there goes the model. I forget about it every time. Every time I look back over it, it's like another random toggle combination. It's kind of incredible. I'm not going to fix it the same. We're just going to stay like this. Potion seller, I'm going into battle, and I need only your strongest potions. My potions are too strong for you, traveler. You cannot handle my potions. Potion seller, enough of these games. I tell you I'm going into battle, and I need only your strongest potions. My potions would kill you, traveler. You cannot handle my potions. I love that video. Also, the underappreciated sequel of In a Perfect World, men like me would not exist. But this is not a perfect world. But yeah, Maid said she's going to be streaming for the next, like, relatively consistently, which means she is back, which is cool. And there's a fuck ton of clips of her, like, you probably saw, of the various, like, oh my god, she mentioned Selene. So there's that. But she's also hosting a panel at Offkai with Matara. Which is cool. So, I mean, her and Matara are obviously friends, like, just in case you're new to this. Oh my god, every time I look over, it's just a different form of brain damage. So yeah, I'm not, I wish I could go to Offkai, man. Every time conventions happen, I'm like, man, it looks fun. I want to go there. But I can't, because I live in the UK. Why must God hurt me this way? Why does God give his toughest challenges to his strongest warriors? I didn't ask. Although I couldn't live in America, I would die. I have an illness, which means I would immediately go bankrupt. So you know, maybe this is just the things we need to pay. Unaffiliated effect of how well rigged this model is. We're learning how expressive I am. I can't tell if you're saying I'm not expressive or if I am expressive. I don't feel like I'm very expressive. I don't like. You see people like Share Lily, and they're like, me. I kind of just vibe. Although the good thing is, like with this model, like you can't tell as much that I keep my eyes very like lidded, and I always look stoned. Like it looks pretty. Like on the other model, I look stoned constantly, but on this one, I'm like, yeah. Anyway. What a fucking image. Why am I still the rabbit? This is my true form. I told you. I'm becoming the final form of rabbits. If you can, it's a psyop. I'm behind enemy lines. Soon I will infiltrate their command center and, I don't know, poison the water supply. What? I don't know how warfare works. Captures your micro expressions, usually the main problem with male VTubing. That is true. There's a lot of like little. It doesn't really. Male VTuber models are always very stiff. I don't know if it's because like I don't know if it's like artists are not good at drawing male emotions, or if like males aren't just as good at emoting, or if like there's just a general stigma about male anime characters having emotions, or what. But I see what you mean. Like I can tell, like when I raise my eyebrows, like my ears twitch, which is weird. Like when you smell, they go down, and when you raise them, they twitch, and it's like you're actually right. I can see it. It is a lot more like expressive. Yeah, it's true. You can't really make them. I mean, you could give them bouncy hair, or like a bouncy hoodie, or ears like this. I'm gonna get ears if I ever get a full body model. I should actually just get it, like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if the artist for this model does, like, males, but I should just get a model done by this artist. This is fucking cool. I'm just gonna color swap it. I'll palette swap it. Nobody will be able to tell the difference. What was I doing? You got me on a tangent. Well, Lope got me on a tangent. I blame her, really. Where were we? What were we doing? Oh yeah, random cool news. We did the legal. Nope, that's not what we did. Maidman. Okay, the idol stuff was cool. Okay, I don't want to hit. I blame. Yeah, you're the one that caused this tangent because you were talking about how, and then you didn't answer my question about whether you were saying I was very expressive or not expressive. What happened to this tweet? Why is it just Raymu back? Guess who's back? Back. Oh, there we go. It's just. Why is it loading at one image a second? Came first Lope or the Lope? Lope always comes first. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. No. Whenever I regret saying something, I just put my cup up to my mouth. I'm like, oh, let me just see if I can muffle the sentence. I don't know what you were talking about. I didn't say anything. Nothing was said. Okay. Idol AS was announced like 8 months ago. We didn't know when it was happening, but given this teaser, seems like it's happening relatively soon. And from what I can see, we're probably getting 5 members, 1 for each symbol. It seems to be some sort of like history thing with the Lost Book. It's in Spanish, so I know in eternal means like, is that like for eternity or from eternity or something like that? So I don't know what it is. I tried to look at these symbols to see what they could be. They don't seem connected. This one seems kind of like maybe like a fairy. It kind of looks like Navi from Zelda. This kind of looks like a butterfly or something. That looks like maybe like a rose or like a torch. This I thought was like a cat, like a big cat with like the ears and whatnot. And the middle one is so scratched out you can't see what it is. Yeah, but I was trying to see like if we could get a general vibe, because Avio, the CEO of Idol, tweeted this out, and this goes to a place in Greece. Probably doxing myself. Just want to give my exact location, but whatever this place is, Rhodes, Greece, yeah, Rhodes. So people are like, oh, is it like ancient Greek aesthetic? Is it like historical place aesthetic? People don't know. People are assuming based on this and the In Eternum and the Greece thing, maybe it's something to do with like World Heritage or like landmarks, which is cool. I'm hyped for IDOS. The funniest thing to come out of this though was Avio getting restricted on Twitter. He's back. He's not restricted anymore, but he got, because you're apparently posting like exact coordinates is against Twitter's terms of service, which is well to me. Like, you can be racist, but God forbid, don't post fucking coordinates to a random place on the earth. That's a no-no. I assume it's to prevent like doxing or something, but if, I don't know, people mention locations, whatever. Anyway, he got restricted temporarily, which I think is really funny that the CEO was basically basically banned on Twitter for fucking trying to promote the next gen. Chain links in the top right. Yeah. So this one, is that is chain links, isn't it? I thought it was a candle. I don't know why. But yeah, no, this is that is chain links. You're so right. That is probably what it is. Maybe like the Colosseum then, like in Rome. I don't know. This one looks like an animal to me. Like it looks like a cat, like a big cat, like a tiger or something. Like you got like the ear, and you got like whiskers here, and you got like the eye here. So maybe it's like Set, which is like or Bastet, which is like, yeah, the Egyptian cat gods. So it could be like, this is Egypt, this is like Rome. I don't know what this could be. If this is a fairy, it could be like Celtic. So maybe like the Picts or the Celts. And this could be, I don't know. But they could all be like ancient cultures, maybe. Like Roman, Greek, Pict, Bretonian, maybe? Like, this looks like a butterfly, but then this looks like horns. Like a butterfly with horns or something. I have no idea what that could be. I guess we'll find out.
Penumbra, fuck you.
The cords lead to the port of Rhodes. The Colossus of Rhodes is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. I guess they will be themed around ancient mythos of all around Europe.
Yeah, okay, so if we look at like wonders of the world, right? I know one of them's Stonehenge, right? Or is that not? The pyramid is obviously, I think that fucking statue in Brazil. Okay, let's see. Wonders of the world. Great Pyramid of Giza, Colossus of Rhodes, Hanging Gardens of Babylon, Lighthouse of Alexandria, Mausoleum of, oh fuck, I'm not saying. Statue of Zeus, and Temple of Artemis. Now, given that there's 5 of them, and given that Zeus and Artemis are kind of probably they might not want to step on like Mythos' toes. So, Pyramid of Giza, but none of these really scream like Egyptian to me, unless you're going to do the one with chains, which might be a little bit on the head. I don't know how that would go over. Maybe a little bit spicy, but this could be Egypt for the Great Pyramids, like Bastet or Set. Colossus for Rhodes. None of these scream Greek to me though. Babylonian, like. When you said looks like butterflies, looks like a fox. Does it? This looks like a cat though. I think this is a fox. Oh, you think those are like ears? I can kind of see it. Yeah, I can see that. I can see a fox. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'm kind of hyped. I wish he'd scratched him out a little less so we could guess a bit more. Especially this middle one, we just can't fucking see it. I thought it was a butterfly, but I could also see a fox. This one is like a ribbon or like a fairy. I think these look like fairy wings to me. So it could be like Navi. This looks like Navi to me. Which, God forbid, can you imagine they release a VTuber that's just got the Navi voice? She just, hey, listen, hey. That's the entire stream.
Penumbra, fuck you.
$5 from Salty Falter. The GPS coordinates very likely are the spot where Ovi
That would
took his
be
profile
a very
picture.
strange thing to post, but also kind of a Giga Chad move. I made the joke in the short that like he could have just lost an internet argument and was done. You ever seen those GIFs that are like people dancing and then like the IP address just starts like flashing along the screen like that? Anyway, I guess we'll see if Idol drops. Also, kind of unrelated but related. Was it Aviel or was it Idol that tweeted it about it? About them like using legal, excited to collaborate with Legal Mindset to enhance our talent contracts. Upon completion, we will release the contract publicly and offer it to both existing and new talents, which is kind of cool. Like we're finally going to get an actual legitimate publicly available VTuber org contract, which is kind of base. I did wonder, I was like, Legal Mindset for like an international like but apparently they're just adding him as a consult, like another layer, which is good. Why were you not having a lawyer do it before? I think this is them just saying, hey, we're gonna make it, we're gonna pass it through Legal Mindset and actually release it to you guys. So I don't think Legal Mindset is going to be the actual person constructing the contract. I think it's just more going to be, hey, he's kind of the public face or for legality in the VTuber space right now, right? So pass it through him and pay him for like a commission fee or something and be like, hey, can you just check this over and make sure there's nothing horrendously egregious in it? Basically, it's also good as a move for like, if it ever comes out that like, think about it this way, like think about it from like a 4D chess move, right? If it ever comes out that in the future, like they have another issue with a talent, like someone graduates and there's people like up in arms about it, and they have publicly had their contract released and also gone through Legal Mindset, not only does it mean that we are better equipped to actually judge it, but it also means that like the community can't then backtrack on its stance on the contract if shit goes up, right? Like if they release it and they pass it through Legal Mindset and it gets released to the public through knowing that he validated it, if some shit happens further down the line, we can't, like, people can't then go back and be like, wow, this contract, it's so restrictive, it's so, because you knew what the contract was and it passed through a bunch of people on the internet who were like, hey, that's fine. So it's sort of like, not only is it just good of them because it's transparent, it also kind of gives them immunity in the future if ever there's accusations of bad contract because it's out there and went through the public face of legality. So the only way to besmirch it would be to admit past you was wrong, which people never do. So yeah, I don't think Idol's contract is bad. Everything we've heard from Idol kind of indicates that they're pretty on the up and up and are like pretty solid all around. So I don't really have any suspicion of them. It would just be good to have a contract from a VTuber agency to kind of get a general idea of what a normal one should look like, because, you know, I have no fucking clue. Anyway, that was Idol. Let's see. We could start our own VTuber agency with blackjack and hookers. Also, oh yeah, Niji. I feel weird including Niji news in shorts now because I feel like now the comments can be like, wow, you featured Niji, but Etheria got their three. I swear Etheria already had 3D models, but I guess it was just me hoping. Because I do remember in like Reimu, 2D Reimu singing in one of like the 3D debuts, which is funny. So I guess not. But I swear, like that's weird that Etheria, like, it is weird when you think about it, right? Because Etheria has been around. Wasn't Etheria like this? Didn't it go when Lazuli, Obsidia, Etheria? They're the 3rd gen. But I feel like other VTubers have gotten 3D models before them. Or maybe they haven't. I can't remember. Click, click. Either way, I think it's just happening over the next few weeks into like early May. Not the next few weeks, but the last few weeks of April. Millie's is on 19th. So 19th, and then I think it's, yeah, a week, and then a week. 3 weeks. Oh yeah, the 3D chibi models, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Anyway, yeah. There you go. I don't know. Oh, we got some new... So we got Vreverie debuted their Lunalia gen, which was funny. It was kind of on time for the lunar eclipse in America. I noticed a trend in Lunalia. So, there's... With all but one of them, there's kind of a common factor. See if you can spot it, chat. Oh my god, my fucking face. There's let me see if there's a better image. There's some. They seem to have known the kind of vibe they wanted to go for. The Doctor is the only exception. She's I think she's batshit crazy enough to make up for it. She could probably stitch some to herself. That was the first thing I noticed, because normally when I look for like clips to use, little trade secret, when I look for clips to use for the shorts, I tend to try and pick the one with the least amount of like fucking cleavage. I can normally appeal it when YouTube inevitably is like, hey, that's not safe for work, and I can be like, it is, it's fine. But I'd rather not go through that whole process, so I tend to try and pick models that are less you know, Gigantamax, if you will. And I went through all of them, and I was like, nope, nope, nope. And then the Doctor. The Doctor's also got a really cool design. I love a woman that will actually just kill me. Yeah, it's Vreverie's latest gen, and then Globy.
Penumbra, fuck you.
$2 from Salty Falter. Stacked gen in more ways than one.
Thank you for the super chat. Also, oh yeah, the Doctor did the scientist did. She had a hand cam as her debut stream. She didn't even like have the whole like model show off thing where she was like, and here's my. She just went straight into hand cam immediately. It was fucking hilarious. I loved it. Good shit. And then Globy announced 2 new gens. They're a male gen, which I can't remember. I think you got like, there's 2 gens, I think, but I don't know where they're split. I think the male one is the male one Equinox, and I can't remember. Either way, I don't know why they're releasing them at the same time but splitting them into 2 gens. I don't know if it's just to keep a male-female divide, but unsure. But I think these are starting to debut April 12th, right? Yeah, so 4 days from now, next week. Or this week, because I'm a day late. Whoops. The only... Oh, yeah. The other thing was... I got in... There's another rabbit that's been dragged into the Twitter beef. It's so sad. Let me see if I can find my replies. That's Murray trying to eat my liver. Don't worry about that. That's me dunking on rabbits. That's me... Why do I tweet? I tweet sometimes. I do worry about myself and why I am the way that I am. This is Lopi telling me to kill myself. Yeah, rhubarb. So this is quite funny. Every time a rabbit thing happens in the VTuber community, people tag me on it. It's like, yo, Penumbral, more rabbits, more rabbits. It's kind of funny. But I did like the image of someone completely unaware of the rabbit thing. Just being like, who the fuck is Penumbral? And why do you fuckers keep tagging him? And yeah, then we started throwing hands. So, another rabbit to the warfront. Lopi tells me to kill myself all the time. She's toxic like that. She's a girl boss, gaslight gatekeeper. And yeah. There was people fucking Falter I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of rabbit grows. I like the psyop. I like the deception. It's good of you. Good choice. Yeah, you've heard of the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. Now get ready for the Mad Hater. It's me. I hate rabbits. Speaking of rabbits, y'all see Pekomama? That debut, I think, had over 100,000 fucking people watching, which is wild. Wild. Absolutely incredible. Like, yeah, it hit 180k. I mean, to be fair, I'm not really surprised. Have you seen the VTuber community? They fucking love mums. It's like their thing. They are down horrendous for anything with a shred of maternal affection. They all have mummy issues, unsurprisingly. Apparently, the Venn diagram of VTuber fans and people with mummy issues is a fucking circle. So, oh yeah, and Bay's mum showed up as well. So apparently, we might be on. When will Hololive release the MILF gen? Come on. Also, yeah, the amount of loads was wild. They were there before, though. People have been looting Pekomama for a while, which must be weird to explain to your mother as a child. Like, unless she's based and knows about it already. Which, hey, maybe. Let's see. Did that. Oh yeah, the only other thing was the Kiara. Oh, I guess I talked about this earlier, but just Shondo's going on a kind of a mental health hiatus. She did a big post about it. I'm not going to go into it because it's like a personal thing, but it is up on her Twitter. If you Shondo or Fallen Shadow or Shadow, she tweeted about it. So if you want to go read it, I'm not going to read it out on stream because it's a very personal sort of memo. And then finally did you guys see Kiara released her Chimera MV? Which I'm pretty sure Chimera was already out as a song. I remember listening to it, but she released the MV for it, which is fucking cool. I know the Uno Pandora 3D concert. I know the VOD went up if you didn't get to catch it, which is cool. I saw that. Yeah, and I love in the comments of the Chimera video, it's just Ollie going, "I kneel, my queen." Yeah, no, people were was it Narissa or Louis? Somebody, Hololive member tweeted out like being like, "I can't sleep thinking about that ass shot on the Kiara music video," which was funny. It's the kind of thing you'd expect Ollie to tweet, but it wasn't Ollie. I remember. I think it was like Narissa or like, was it Narissa? Okay, yeah. I knew it was one of the other like down horrendous members. I just wasn't sure who it was. It was sticking out your gat for Narizzler. Narissa's so funny. I fucking love Narissa so much. Narissa feels like an anime character, like an actual one. Like every time she tells a story about her family, they all feel like anime characters. And then every day she's just, I don't know, she's fucking hilarious. Advent is probably the most like, I don't know, man. Something about Advent. Every one of them is batshit insane in their own way, and I love it. Fuomoko is probably the most sane, and they've said fucking Yosuga no Sora is their favorite anime, so that tells you what you need to know. I'm not going to show the Kiara MV, but you can go look it up if you wish to, if you desire, if you so choose. You see Syndra's VTuber physics on real clip? I mean, last week I saw the clip of her at fucking WeebCon, where everyone on Twitter was kind of gawking at the fact that she has IRL VTuber physics. I also saw Cinder talking about a guy at WeebCon that apparently impersonated like a staff member, which was wild. Oh, there's always fucking something going down at conventions, man. There's never a convention where everything just works, and I did not DM you about that clip. Okay, I will admit, I DM'd her about that clip and then immediately retracted my DM because I realized, why would I ask, like, Lope of all people about how titties work? She has literally the least amount of experience possible. She has neither booba nor riz. So, I don't know why I asked her. She's the only woman that will talk to me, unfortunately. I DM'd you and then immediately regretted it because I realized there's no shot you'll have any fucking clue about what I'm talking about. And then I think that's everything. Again, nothing really huge. I'm not... Every news channel, I feel like, is kind of still hyping on the Luca thing, and I'm just not. Or like hyping on the Maid thing, which, hey, I'm happy Maid back, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but I'm not trying to like start another fucking civil war against Niji. I saw someone comparing Niji to Hitler earlier, which is certainly fun. It was like a fucking, I think Talado tweeted about it. It was like, Nosagi tweeted about what the fuck happened with a screenshot of like the Nijisanji Mario Kart stream. And then Hyo was like, Nijisanji being the worst. What else is new? And then someone replied being like, they didn't actually do anything the same. It was just a stream, nothing happened. And then somebody in the replies was like, yeah, Hitler hasn't done anything for like 50 years, but we still dunk on him. And I was like, dang, bro, chill. Like, okay, they've done some bad shit, but you're a few lives short of that, my guy. Niji haters are just as wild as Niji sisters, man. Like, they're both a bit batshit. Like, the people that die hard defend Niji for everything are just, like, them and the diehard Niji haters are equally, like, fucking insane. Like, Niji haters will compare them to Hitler. Niji sisters would probably still defend them if they were Hitler. So, pick your poison, man. It was kind of wild. But, you know, I'm kind of tired of the whole... I've burned out on the whole anti-Niji thing. From my perspective, if any of the livers want to leave, they are free to do so, and I would, you know, recommend it. And I still will follow livers that I like and wish them the best. And if anything happens, I will speak out about it. But I'm not going to sit here and waste the rest of my life constantly being like, yo, did Nijisanji do this? Like, I saw some Kotaka shit as well earlier that was like, is she... Apparently she privated some member streams, and I think people were fucking hypothesizing. It was like, did she get fired? I don't know. I think isn't it more likely, hasn't she been on hiatus for over a month? So isn't it more likely that she just privated it to stop people getting memberships for that? I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know. I'm so over Niji drama at this point. I'm gonna replace the news streams with SCP streams. Rather than talking, maybe from now on, I'm only going to talk about VTuber news in the format of SCP classifications. I'm going to write out an entire SCP entry for every piece of VTuber drama. And classify it as like Euclid, safe, Keter. Containment procedures.
Penumbra, fuck you.
$5 from Salty Falter. Guys, Niji will guaranteed screw up at some point in the future. Wait until then to jump on them. Jesus.
It is weird, like I don't know, the people jumping on shit, but there's actual shit you can, you know, go at them for. I was more happy when I was talking about SCPs, because SCPs are fun to talk about, and they're like, I'm passionate about them, and they're like one of my tisms at the moment. Whereas VTuber drama, man, like, I don't mind talking about VTubers, and I enjoy interacting with the VTuber space, and news is kind of the way I do that. I don't know if I'd consider myself like a real VTuber, if that makes sense, in terms of like, I don't like focus on like streaming or like actually making content about myself. So this is kind of how I interact with the community. But god damn man, if I don't get tired. I've been playing Content Warning recently with some friends, which is cool. I played with Elia the other day, she invited me on, and I played with Rexon, which is also cool. VTuber drama feels like discussing the plot of a shitty anime you binge or drunk. It does. VTuber drama feels like when your friend asks you about why you don't like an anime, and you kind of are forced to explain the plot, but the entire time you're explaining it, you're in agony over having to explain a really shit plot, and you have to keep stopping yourself every like 30 seconds to stop yourself from going off on a tangent about how shit the plot is, so that you can get through the actual plot. That's kind of what covering VTuber drama feels like. Ellie is kind of on that Content Warning grind. I like Content Warning. It was fun. People are like, oh my god, this game is just like Lethal Company. I don't like it as much as Lethal Company myself. Mainly because, for a few reasons, it doesn't have the horror aspect. Like, it's obviously framed as like a horror thing, but it doesn't to me, it doesn't have the same like actual like Lethal Company. I think is the perfect balance of like scary, but also fucking hilarious. Whereas Content Warning doesn't quite have the same level of scary. Also, I like the whole thing of like filming yourself and getting to watch it at the end. I think that's really cool, and getting views. Oh, the views thing seems pretty random. Like I've had ones where we got 15,000 views for like filming just Snail Man, and then got 60,000 views for filming like 5 different creatures. I don't know. But I think primarily it doesn't give you reason to split up, which I think is kind of key to a lot of Lethal Company moments. Like I think a lot of Lethal Company moments, a lot of it is made by the fact that, you know, you end up splitting up and going your own ways, and you hear people dying, or you run into people, or you run away from things and split up and scatter because things are an actual threat. There are very few actual threats in Content Warning, and because only one person has the camera and you're meant to be filming yourself, there's no real reason to like split up, which I guess for making content is better, and I imagine the clips from it are great, but for an actual gameplay experience, I don't love it, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's just because my gameplay style whenever I play Lethal with people is to just pick a direction. I'm like, all right, bye, and I just go and I try and get shit. I find that fun. I like just leaving. Whereas Content Warning, you don't get that. But it is still a fun game. I enjoy it. Ow. Sorry. My neck. Dude, my neck this week has been nuts. I need someone to step on me. And not even in like a... That's the reason I'd want someone to step on me. People are always like, step on me, mommy, for like weird sexual reasons. No, bro, I just need you to pop my fucking back. This shit is tense as fuck. Bro, you ever had someone stand on your back like full weight? So what girls are best for, honestly. The best use for a girl, get her to stand on your back. Because guys are a bit too heavy. They kind of crush your fucking lungs and you can't breathe. But like, girls, they pop your back like crazy. That shit's wild. Would recommend. It's the only reason I'd be interested in getting a girlfriend. I'm not gonna lie. Because there's like certain bits you can't get to pop in your back unless somebody is like actively standing on you. No, but going to a chiropractor would require leaving the house. Also, I don't like people touching me, Lopi. We've established this. How would I deal with that? I can't even get a haircut because I don't like people touching me. How the fuck would I go to a masseuse? Honestly, I would accept if a chiropractor actually was like, if they were like, look, we will pop your neck and completely relieve all pain, but there is a 10% chance you will just immediately die. I think I'd take it. I feel like that pop would feel so nice. There has been a kink in my neck for about 7 years now, and it has just never gone away. It is just constantly like tense and sore, and I feel like I should go get it fixed, but I can't be bothered. So I just kind of deal with it. But man, I feel like if I went to a chiropractor, they could just pop that shit, and I would like, bro, I think I would not immediately on the table, do not care. That'd be like the best back crack ever. Welcome to cracking ASMR. Wow. Feels weird. My actual hair... Oh, I just realized this. My actual hair kind of falls the same way as model Lopi hair. Actually... Oh, that's weird. I don't like that at all. He's actually been annoying me recently because I've felt the need to put it into a ponytail. It's gone that long, but I don't want to be... I don't want to be the guy... I don't want to be the guy with the ponytail. I don't want to be that guy. But like otherwise my hair falls in a really weird way where like it bunches out at the sides of my head and then it falls down the middle of my head. But like it kind of just, it makes me look like an orb. Like it makes my entire head look like a circle. And I don't like it. But then, so like, cause when I pull my hair back, I no longer look like an orb. And it's great, but when my hair is forward, I just look like an orb. It like flares out at the side. It kind of like this, like I don't know if you can you see my mouse? No, you can't. This is so sad. Orb number. You think I'm gonna regret the stream? No, because it's with your model. That's the great thing, right? I encourage people to clip this stream because, first of all, I do like the idea of this being clipped, and then people watching the clip and be like, "What the fuck? That's not Lopi." And then having no fucking clue who I am and being like, who the fuck is... Oh my god. Start Twitter drama. Be like, yo, Lopi, this guy stole your model. Lopi, this guy stole your model. Lopi, there's a guy on YouTube who's using your model and not giving credit. I feel like that'd be great. I feel like that'd be fucking hilarious. Now, I'm actually going to record a short with this model and hack into Lopi's YouTube account and post it, and the people that find it are going to be very, very confused as to why they're suddenly getting a male in their shorts feed. And it'll be funny. Yeah, Lopi, just clip me and put it up as a short. I'm sure your audience that hasn't had any content in 7 months will love it. They will just... can't get enough. This is the slow takeover of Lopi's channel. Slowly, I'll creep into the shorts, and then I'll creep into the streams, and then I will subsume your entire channel. It will be mine, and you will die. You will force... It will be a termination. You'll be the first indie VTuber to be terminated. I think we're finished with news, right? I can end. I was so tired at the start of the stream, but I don't know, man. Lopi model, it comes fit with adrenaline. You want to see it again? We can drool over it more. Not that Lopi's ever going to use it again, so it's not even weird. No ears. I like this hair, actually. I am a sucker for girls with their hair down. I'm not gonna lie. Like girls with hair like this, it's like that long that like it falls down their whole fucking back. Would. Oh yeah, there goes the jacket. I like the jacket. Jacket's cool. I do like the lack of a jacket as well, to be fair. See, the best thing about this is like you guys kind of get the image ruined because you hear my voice coming out of this thing, which kind of ruins the whole pretty girl aesthetic. But I don't get that because I just see the pretty girl. I don't hear my own voice coming out of it. So really, I'm kind of winning. Oh, orb. Just pretend, yeah. Just pretend I'm Lopi. I'm sure that'll work perfectly. Oh my god, surprise toggle. I can finally have normal eyes. Chat. I finally look like a normal person with my eyes wide enough. Oh, hello. Hello knife. I don't see a difference. I feel like this is meant to be a difference, but yeah. There's nothing really to frame, unfortunately. Oh my god, the return of Knifey Waifu for the first time in 10 years. Chat, it's real. It's back. Oh, she's crying. Where? Oh. Nobody? Hey guys, I wanted to go to prom, but I had nobody to go with. So head. It's that scene from Harry Potter. I'm invisible. That's an invisibility cloak. They're rare. I love the hair sway in the back. This is great. This is my new VTuber model concept. Just a floating head. I feel like I can't see what this toggle is meant to do because I have removed the body. Oh, it's the tie. Yeah, that would do it. The fucking inflation. Potion seller. I'm going into battle. I haven't found the chibi toggle. It's not L. Is it C? Nope. What would be a Lopi thing to apply? It'd be something common that she'd probably fucking type like control or something. Or alt, space, shift, tab, caps lock. I guess I could just click it. My head is great. I've had no complaints about my head. It's not tab. Arrow keys? No. Right shift? Enter? This? No. No. None of these keys. It's just the top row that is toggles. So like I've hit all the top row. No. No, that's... Can't find the chibi toggle. I could look at it in the files, but maybe that'll be a future discovery. Look forward to that, chat. The day Penumbral finds out the chibi toggle. I could just look it up in the fucking controls, but I don't wanna. It's gonna be Alt F4, guys, trust me. Let's find something to raid before this gets even more off the fucking rails and I start talking about like SCP-301 or something. 3001. SCP-3001 is really cool. I want to talk about that some. Not now. I will never... Oh, who do we want to raid into? Mary's live. Do you want to raid into Mary? We could raid into Mary. Mary's playing Through the Woods. Mary ate my liver earlier. I hope it was yummy. Okay. I will... Thank you for bearing with my horrendous tangents. Oh, sorry, not my horrendous tangents. Lopi's horrendous tangents. I may talk about SCPs. Maybe if Lopi and I ever find... When Lopi gets her PC back, and she's not, you know, dead and incapable of making content. Well, she's always incapable of making content, but we might do a Vitism stream, and we can rant about our favorite SCPs and be the most autistic pair on the internet for like a little bit. It's a big if. There's a lot of ifs, but you know, if you believe in the heart of the cards and you cross your fingers and pray to God, it might happen. Potentially. Maybe. Let's go say hi to Mary. And I will catch you guys probably on Twitch, right? I mean, I've been in a few collabs recently with Content Warning, and I do stream that on Twitch. So if you want to see me play Content Warning or anything else, that is where I'll be. If not, I will catch you guys next week here, or this week here for the new stream. Go say hi to Mary. She's pretty cool. I think she's my daughter, technically, according to the lore, so you know. Wish her the best, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.